Exactly. All right. Welcome to the Citrus Podcast Show, your fresh squeeze of music, art, and culture. As always, I'm your host, Richy. Man, it's been a wild ride. Citrus Podcast is now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and anywhere you watch and listen to your podcasts. You can check out our website, citruspodcast.com. Thanks to our new executive producer, Chris Hamill, and our audio specialist, my guy over there, Dustin Wolk. We've been putting in the work. That's the team right there. You can also follow us on Instagram at Citrus Podcast. And you can follow myself on Instagram at Richy. We got new merch, we got shirts, we got koozies. Every order comes with some stickers. As always, this episode is brought to you by the Wavy Dad Club. Dad life doesn't mean your style has to suffer. New styles from Wavy Dad Club keep you looking fresh, comfortable, and effortlessly cool. Made for dads, by dads. Check out wavydadclub.com. Use promo code CITRUS10 to get 10% off your next order. Also brought to you by Security and Firearms Training Academy, located in Northern California. If you're looking to become a security guard or gain the necessary skill sets and certifications in the civilian defense industry, head on over to safta-inc.com. Use promo code CITRUS to get 10% off your classes. Again, that's CITRUS to get 10% off your classes. Today's special guests are all the way from Southern California, hip-hop and R&B artists currently on the Heartbreak Kid Tour. Please give a warm welcome to December and Pofsky. How you guys doing?
Chilling, man. We in here, bro. Fresh out the car, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys coming all the way out here. You're on tour right now.
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Kid Tour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Stephen G. Feel me?
How's that going? Is this your guys' first tour, or you've been touring?
It's technically my second tour. The first tour I went on was kind of like not really what I thought it was going to be. So still got the experience, but this one I'm pulling up and having real crowds to rock with. We only did one show so far. It was in Las Vegas, but we did a sound check, went to go eat, and came back, and he had fans, waiting for him at the front of the stage,
Okay.
So it's a real tour. Shout out to Steven. He's selling tickets. He's doing his thing, Good person to be on the road with for sure.
That's dope. How about you, December?
I've been on a few different little mini runs and shit, but never as many as like as many cities as this. So yes and no, but here and there, I get around, over time.
Yeah. So Harlow's tonight.
Yeah.
What is the set? Kind of the same on every show, or you guys switch it up based on?
Pretty much the same.
Same.
Yeah, like we might switch it up a little bit, but I feel like after the first one we got a flow. Now it's like we could go back and really like do it better,
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's fun. You could always mix it up. We got A-Tray on the road with us, so we could always just last minute, hey, you know what? Throw this out there,
Engineer or DJ or?
A-Tray is our DJ.
Okay.
Chop is our engineer, motionless videographer, and then the homie JR is driving. Shout out to Monty holding it down, rolling up, whatever we need him to do.
Awesome, man. So I must ask you guys the names. Pofsky, December.
Yeah.
Where did that originate from?
Go for it.
I mean, first of all, my birth month is December. That's like the easiest thing to say. But being an R&B singer and whatnot, I feel as though the winter time just embodies a lot of what R&B should symbolize, togetherness, love, close, being close with your loved ones and things like that. So, yeah, shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
That's fine. Yeah, mine is actually my last name, you know. So I used to go by a different name, and then, it was just like, this is something that's unique to me, and it's hard to get at first, but then you don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? So.
What was your original name?
Facts. I was about to ask you too.
Yeah, I used to go by MIC.
MIC.
Feel me? Yeah, as a kid, but yeah, it's been a long time. I was like rapping at the time and shit, like a whole different style. So even just the last couple years, I really started getting into my R&B singing bag and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was just part of a bigger rebranding too.
Okay. And I also read you kind of you taught yourself to play guitar kind of in the early stages of music.
I didn't teach myself actually. Like I didn't really get like super typical like training, but I just had somebody who would kind of like show me like certain songs how to play them, and I just kind of play them and like but I did play guitar, and I always say that's probably one of my only regrets in life, because I wish I never stopped playing. I wish I could like break that out at the show or for my album or something like that.
Hey, it's never too late, man. We got some guitars here. You can
For real. I bet we're gonna
go crazy over there.
Facts. Facts.
Both of you guys are from Southern California. What parts of Southern California?
I was born in Inglewood, California.
Oh, okay,
But I
yeah.
did a lot of moving around between LA and the IE. And then I even lived in the Bay for like 2 years when I was a kid. So
Okay, wow.
been all around California.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I've been moved around a bit as well, not quite as far. I was born in the Valley, like Woodland Hills area, Tarzana and shit. And then I moved to like Ventura County. Are you familiar with Ventura at all?
Ventura, okay, yeah, is that further south?
It's south of here, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
for sure.
but in LA?
LA, it's north, so it's
north,
like
okay.
close to Santa Barbara.
Okay,
but
yeah,
not all the
Santa
way.
Barbara. Okay, got you.
Yeah, so spent a lot of time out there. That's where, like, for example, A-Tray still does a lot of stuff, and Oxnard, Ventura, like, that's where we did our first underground magazine show ever. So, yeah, pretty much between the 805 and the 818 for me.
How did the areas you guys grew up in influence you and your music to today?
I think for me, it just really helped me get to know and understand just different walks of life and different type of people and be able to adapt and understand and just, just evolve, because there's so many different pockets of life and people living certain ways and everything. I feel like I've seen all of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I would say coming up, like when I first got into hip hop, I was really inspired by like East Coast shit. But then as I started living and like being around more people in LA, I started getting inspired by like the Kalins or just Roddy Ricch or different people like that were coming up. And then even, our coming together at the time as homies was hella funny because like I had a friend named Charlie and he really introduced me to the R&B world more. So it's hella full circle to just be on tour with bro right now and all that, and yeah, I feel like R&B, it's like it takes a different level to kind of sing and do melodies and stuff like that, whereas you hear a lot of people rapping and stuff, and that's cool for sure,
Yeah, I feel it in LA, it's a small world, everyone's kind of connected. How did you guys meet? How did you guys start doing music together? And
through this guy Charlie that I just brought up.
Same dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we
small
had met.
world. I told you.
Small world,
Yeah.
bro.
Long ass time ago, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then yeah, we just been kind of working here and there like over the years. Like we never really did like too much together. This is probably the most time we have probably will have spent together consecutively. But yeah, it's dope, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You were talking about Underground Magazine. You want to talk a little bit more about your magazine? And
yeah, so shout out to Andrew Mason, you feel me? He is the original creator of it. Put me on the first issue back in 2020. And basically, yeah, I'd been an artist for years before then. So he was already doing sports journalism and then basically kind of got uninspired by the sports side of it.
Okay.
And saw that I was doing music and started to see the scene in our area. And he's like, all right, I could do something with this. And it wasn't even like a money motivated, like a business thing. It was more just like a passion project.
Okay.
Then I kind of came in and helped him take it up and make it a business and do different things. And ever since then, I mean, we just released our 14th issue with Eric Bellinger, Stephen G.
That's fire.
B-Side K-Boy.
And these are hard copies. You guys are printing these out.
Physicals, yeah.
Physicals, yeah.
And they're limited. Like we only do a couple hundred copies per issue, and we drop quarterly. So every 3 months. So yeah, it's a lot going on. We got a studio about 5,000 square feet downtown LA. Different sets to film music videos in, strip club, casino, a lot of LED, different sets.
Doing it.
Yeah, a lot going on. Recording studios in there. This clothing company right here, Center Seeking, they in the building.
Is this open to the public, or is this something just for your guys' content and music?
Yeah, it's open. Like anybody could book it. It's $75 an hour, 2 hour minimum. You go on our website, undergroundmag.com, which we'll pin right here. So click on that link and yeah, make sure you feel me. You could always just message us, tap in, and we'll like answer any questions. And even longer days, we're really flexible. Like we're real people running the business.
There you go. How do we get a hold of like a physical copy of the magazine?
Also through our website, undergroundmag.com again. Or you come to the release events for the physical mags. So typically in LA, but even at times, like, we've done stuff with different people and ideally I'd go out of state and do a release with them or come back up to Sacramento or San Francisco and do a release party out here, So that's the goal.
What are some recent projects and music you guys have been dropping and you're proud about? And let's hear about that.
So I just dropped a new EP earlier this year titled Cold Hearted. It was 5 new songs, 6 songs in total. One that I had dropped last year, and then me and my boy Ye Ali, shout out to Ye Ali, we dropped a little joint album as well, maybe like a month after that. So those 2 are the biggest releases. I just dropped a new single recently. It's called Fireworks, and I got a new single coming out next month as well, called Evil Twin.
Okay.
So a lot of good shit, man. Just staying consistent with the work, bro. You know, staying on the grind.
Dope.
Yeah.
Where can we find those projects?
So it's everywhere, bro. It's Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, whatever the hell it's called.
It's on everything.
Amazon Music, YouTube Music, LimeWire.
Do you do
everywhere.
physical, like, you guys got like merch on tour? Do you do like physical copies still, or is it all digital?
I have some merch on my website actually too. It's itsdecember.com. So if you go there, you can find different merch options and shit. And it's still building, so over time it's just gonna keep stacking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Facts. We also got a record dropping tonight at 9 p.m. You feel me? It's also called Tonight. Written by the homie Donny Solo on the hook, and then we do our verses. And yeah, it's a vibe produced by Chop in the motherfucking building, man. So that's coming out. Me and Donny Solo also just put out an EP, 3 songs called Westside Love Letters, so check that out. And yeah, man. You find my shit, Pofsky, Pofsky, on all streaming services as well.
Dope. Yeah, I'm excited to hear the song Tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys, what are like some common misconceptions about being an R&B hip hop artist in this day and age?
So many.
Right. I think one of the common misconceptions, maybe not so much now, but before, was maybe like being real about how long this actually takes. You know, like people think that, oh man, I'm gonna go viral and then boom, it's gonna be, yeah, you could go viral, but if you're not ready for that, you know, you're gonna be thrown into the fire. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you got to stick to it. You know what I'm saying? It's going. I mean, for some people, that's just how it is. But realistically, everybody's out here working and building. You gotta build and don't just quit if you feel like you really got it. Don't just quit because it's taking long. You never know. You're just one song away.
Yeah.
Right,
100%. Doesn't happen overnight, but when it does, it does.
Hey, when it does, it does, man. Salute you, for real.
Right. And yeah, even just to piggyback off that, like, you know, looking at someone like a La Russell who's just keeping it pretty like plain and not too extra, even when it comes to the clothing or jewelry, and a lot of people think that you like need that shit or something to like make it, you know what I mean? Which
He's just being himself, for real.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like, trust me, I want to get more jewelry. Like, who doesn't, right? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. And I think a lot of people got it backwards. Like, they'll do everything to just kind of look like they doing it, but then they're not really doing it on the back end.
Yeah.
So as long as you handling business on the back end and you got your shit right, then you could kind of roll how you want. But yeah, I think a lot of people don't get it, and most people nowadays, everyone an artist, but most people ain't really doing a lot. Most people treat it like a hobby. You feel me?
True. Yeah, and being your authentic self,
right, I
think is huge.
For sure.
Huge
everything.
part of it.
Yeah, everything for sure.
Don't want to have to be a gimmick your whole career, you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Right.
Is that how you guys feel like when you first started, like finding your sound to like where you are now? You feel like, you know, the progression, you know, has changed, or do you feel like you were always just your authentic self from the beginning? Or
yeah, I mean, I think with me, I've never been scared to like kind of grow with the people, so to speak. Like, you know, a lot of people are super perfectionists when it comes to the music, so they won't put it out until they feel like it's perfect or something. And don't get me wrong, like I've always tried to get my best stuff out, but yeah, like there's been levels, bro. You could go back and hear some of my early stuff and it just is like light years away from where I'm at now. Always been the authentic self, but just quality wise and professionalism wise, it's just crazy to see how far I've grown, you know what I mean? So
what is your guys' like writing style, and what kind of moods you like to be in when you write a song?
Writing style for me really just depends on the beat, on the type of day I'm having. You know, if I can get it like right then and there, then shit, we can knock it out pretty quick. Or sometimes I'll have to just sit in front of the mic, get some melodies out, write the lyrics to the melody, like piece up the whole song melody wise, and then write like that. Yeah, that's usually my process for real. Like,
I mean, when like an idea comes to you, you know, when you're, you know, you think of a theme or an idea for a song, you know, is there a certain season of the year that they come to you the most? Is it?
oh nah, man, all year is hit
All
making
year?
season,
Okay,
you know?
there you go.
We out here shooting out.
Nah, he
But
definitely on it, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely just can't be in no fucked up mood though. Like,
Okay.
you know, I can't have a clutter mind or like a clutter space. You know, I definitely have to. I don't like wasting time when I'm making music. You know, so if I feel like I'm like just losing it or not there, you know, I'll just have to step away for a while.
Yeah, that's important. Kind of knowing just where you want to be mentally, and then doing the things that can get you into that feeling before you go in there.
Yeah.
Having good routines and shit. He's a beast as a writer, bro. He actually wrote.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Wrote a single that I have coming up off my new album.
Okay.
It's called Sexpectations. I had that concept for a minute, and I was like, I didn't know what or how I was going to use it. And then I went to Atlanta and got a beat from Zaytoven.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we had him on the mag and flew him out to Cali and did a bunch of shit with him. We went to Atlanta the first time to get him on the mag. So
That's wild.
yeah, really started building with him. And then I'm like, man, I gotta lock that in. You feel me? So I did. I cut a couple versions, and I was like, I had a couple homies, him and the homie Donny, write some shit, and I almost kind of combined the hooks. Like mainly is what he did, but Donny put a cool little background on there. So yeah, I put that shit together and then put the verses on there.
Was this in a studio session when you were in Atlanta? Like he was cooking up these
We
beats?
went back
You went
to
back.
do that, but yeah, he did pull up, make the beat on spot for us and everything. So that's gonna be a whole part of my album rollout coming soon here.
Do you guys like being a part of the production process, or would you rather like go through a library of beats to see what you're feeling?
I'd rather be part of the production process.
I really don't care for real. Like, the way I see it, it's like if it needs anything,
Yeah.
there's always post.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good though to like build with, you know, whoever you're working with. But I like to have control over just options, you know.
Yeah, it is nice to be able to just go through them. Like it's like almost two different vibes, you know? Like it's one thing, like for example, Chop is really like he making the beats, producing, you know, mixing, engineering, everything. So it's like we can really be intentional about what we're going for from the jump.
Yeah.
But then other times when you like working with a lot of people or doing features and shit, it's good to just have beats, just go through them and shit,
Right.
you know?
So you can get to it quick.
Yeah, and just knock shit out. Different workflow, you know?
Yep.
You guys have been doing shows for years, right?
100%.
What are some of like the craziest experiences you guys, you know, on some of these shows? Any crazy interactions with fans, or you know, you got some stories?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want to
shit.
hear something.
I've done a lot of shows now that have like just been tight. Like, you feel me? I don't know about any like super crazy stories in particular. I'd have to think about it for a sec. But yeah, just the shows have came a long way. I did the Novo in LA. You feel me? It's 2,500 people. The Ventura Music Hall is a notable venue in the 805. So I've done a couple of shows there, open for Blue Bucks, Kaylin, Kamaya.
Is that Kaylin
So,
for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the shows are getting consistent. We performing at a lot of high schools right now in LA.
Yeah.
You feel me? We got one on Monday actually before our LA stop for the tour too. So
What's that like, and how do you get involved with doing, you know, stuff with the schools?
That's he got the answer.
I'm bringing him on his first one. You never done a high school show before?
Nah, I have not. Well, I performed at my high school when
Okay.
I was,
Okay.
when I was younger, but nah, I never did like no high school shit like
But
that.
what about
yeah.
going back to like your high school, you know, as an alumni now?
That'll be dope.
That would be
Yeah.
tight. What high school you go to?
Mainly, for majority of my high school, it was Corona Centennial in Corona, in the IE. But I graduated from a high school in Carson.
Okay.
It's fire. We gotta set both them up. You feel me?
Facts.
The homie Antoine, to answer your question, that's how we got the plug on it. He runs something called The Cause, and that's like a non-profit. So they do stuff with schools. They even like provide like clean water in Africa. Like
wow.
he's doing like a whole broad range of shit.
Yeah. Giving back.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we tapped in, and he brought me on as a panelist to just speak to one of these schools at first. Then boom, we made a partnership with the magazine. We started doing custom magazines for the high schools. We was just at Compton High School the other day doing one for them. And then now we also perform at them. So yeah, we got one on Monday, and yeah,
Fire.
and we should be going up.
What kind of reaction do you get from all the kids? Like,
Pretty lit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like they're you know, you get used to performing for like adults in LA, bro.
Right.
It's tough. Like they just standing there acting too cool. Like nobody want to engage, you know? These kids are like, first of all, they would have been sitting in class anyways. So they rather turn up with you.
They're like, assembly day, we out.
Yeah.
Just pure little kid energy. I mean, not little kid, you know, they're in high school, but pure,
Yeah.
you know.
You kind of think they're going to be like younger, and then you get there, like, oh shit, these are really just like some young adults for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's chill, bro. And then they come up after, want autographs, and they set it up all right. So really make you feel like a star. And like, you know, I can't wait until like we're headlining our own tour one day, and that's the type of reaction we get in that real shows and shit. But it's levels, it's different type of things you can do.
It sounds like that's real soon.
Right, it's on the way.
Shit.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's definitely on the way.
Facts.
So what are some of the next stops on this tour, and which ones are you guys most excited for?
We got tonight in Sac, obviously. Then Saturday in Fresno, Monday LA, and then that Wednesday we go Arizona.
Facts.
I don't know which one is my favorite one. What about you, Pofsky? Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Probably LA.
Yeah, LA would be lit.
Just because it's hometown. I never done that venue. I think a lot of special guests will come out. I already know one person in particular going to be there that I'm excited to just have them see me perform. You feel me?
Can you name drop or?
Nah, I don't want to do all that yet. No, you feel me? But yeah.
I think maybe I would say Fresno or Arizona, because I don't think I performed in either spot.
Okay.
So
Same.
just to see how that energy is over there, you know.
Right.
But LA's gonna be lit for sure. LA's going stupid.
Yeah, Vegas and LA are the only two I've performed at before. Like Sac, Fresno, AZ is all new to me. So,
Arizona probably be crazy. A lot of the college kids out there.
Right.
Yeah.
especially about to
If they
be
haven't
summer
gone
and shit.
home already, you know.
Yeah, we might catch them right at the perfect time for real. Oh God.
All right, man. Well, what's next for you guys? What's coming up?
A lot, man. Yeah, new record tonight, finished tour, album is on the way, underground to the mainstream, UTTM. If you follow me, you're going to see that a lot. You feel me? Make sure you tap in. Yeah, Underground Magazine, new issue on the way. I mean, just too much to even name, bro. Like, we just working hard every day. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir. Shit, new music, new singles, new writing placements with some pretty fire artists.
She.
Yeah, for the soon come.
Okay.
Can we hear them? Or
I
no?
don't know.
Trying to get the exclusive drops.
We're going to come back.
I don't want to get in
back.
trouble, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to come back and give you an exclusive for sure.
Yeah, man, more touring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Album end of the year for sure.
Okay.
So probably have to spin the block on the Citrus podcast, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? When both
sir.
our shits drop, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
most definitely.
Yes,
Yeah, hell appreciate you having us on. Shout out Elijah Banks for tapping us in.
Shout out
Feel
my
me?
guys.
A long time brother right there. So, oh God,
Thank you guys for coming out, and I hope you have a great rest of your tour.
come on.
Appreciate you, Brody.
All right. Well, this has been the Citrus Podcast Show, your fresh squeeze of music, art, and culture. You can follow us on Instagram at Citrus Podcast. You can follow December on Instagram at
DCMBR Official.
and Pofsky on Instagram at.
Yes, sir. POFSKY3, all platforms. Come on.
Stay tuned for a live performance. We have Pofsky and December performing tonight.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy December.
It's your brother Pofsky, man.
And we are live on the Citrus Podcast.
Why are you so good at that?
Good weed, fast car, big city. Life's good as long as my bitch with me. I'm known for catching vibes, they just get with me. I got the game on lock, and I'm the king of the city. And I can't explain this feeling tonight. She want that Gucci or Chanel or Leontay. And I'm the king of the city. And I can't explain this feeling tonight. Put you in a fresh pair of red bottoms. Put it on, got you feeling yourself. You can get whatever you want. Promise I won't kiss and tell on you. Girl, I always know what you want. Louis, Ferragamo, or the shopping demons. Time for Balenciaga. I got my bitch stunning on all these others. Good weed, fast car, big city. Life's good as long as my bitch with me. I'm known for catching vibes, they just get with me. I got the game on lock, and I'm the king of the city. And I got the baddest chick with me tonight. She She want that Gucci or Chanel Eliante. And I got the king of the city. And I could have came this feeling tonight. Put you in a fresh pair of red bottoms. Put you in a fresh pair of whatever. You won't never question when you mess with a G. You ain't never had no one like me. Life on a daily, it's a movie. Don't leave me hanging. You ain't no groupie, you ain't no rookie. You the GOAT. I deserve to give you what you want. Get away, fast car, pit city. Life's good as long as my bitch with me. I'm known for catching vibes, they just get with me. And I got the game on live. And I, king of the city. And I, get as plain as feeling tonight.